I froze in the middle of the crowded living room. Champagne flew halfway to my lips as my eyes locked on the small, folded piece of paper tucked into the zipper of Elena's purse. She'd left it slung over the back of a chair while she danced with our friends, her laughter cutting through the thumping bass like it always did. Bright, infectious, the kind that made everyone love her. But the note, peeking out like a whisper from the shadows, read, "Midnight, our spot. Don't be late. Jay." My stomach twisted into a knot. Who the hell was Jay? The party swirled around me, clinking glasses, bursts of conversation, the scent of perfume mingling with spilled beer. But I couldn't move. Elena caught my eye from across the room, her dark curls bouncing as she spun, her red dress hugging her curves in an effortless way that still made my heart skip after 8 years of marriage. She waved, her smile wide and genuine, or so I thought. I forced a grin back, slipping the note into my pocket before anyone noticed. It burned against my thigh like a live wire. Denial hit first, a warm blanket I wrapped around myself. Probably a joke from a friend. Or a mix-up. Elena wouldn't. No, not her. Not us. We'd driven home in silence at night, the city lights blurring past the car windows. "You okay, Mark?" she asked, her hand resting on my knee like always. Her voice was soft, concerned, laced with that familiar warmth that had pulled me through my darkest days, losing my job last year, my dad's funeral. "Yeah, just tired," I muttered, staring at the road. But inside, suspicion gnawed at me, a quiet rodent chewing through the foundation of our life. I replayed the evening, her phone buzzing more than usual, how she'd stepped away to check on Wake, her eyes darting when she returned. Subtle things I'd brushed off before, but now they stacked like evidence in a courtroom. The next morning, over coffee, I couldn't hold it in. Elena was humming as she sliced avocados for toast, her bare feet padding across the kitchen tiles we'd picked out together during our honeymoon phase. "Hey, babe," I said casually, heart pounding. "Found this on your bag last night." I slid the note across the table. She paused, knife hovering, then picked it up, her face pale for a split second. Did it? Or was I imagining it? "Oh, that must be from Jenna. We were planning a girls' night." She laughed it off, crumpling the paper and tossing it in the trash. "You're paranoid. Mark, too many crime podcasts." She leaned in, kissing my cheek, her lips soft and reassuring. But her eyes didn't quite meet mine. Denial cracked a little more. That afternoon, while she was at yoga, I did something I'd never done, checked her phone. It felt wrong, like violating a sacred trust, but the note's words echoed in my head. Password was our anniversary. Still, text from Jay jumped out. "Last night was incredible. Miss your touch." My world tilted. Heartbreak slammed into me like a freight train, stealing my breath. I scrolled back months, late work meetings, weekend errands. Photos of them together, hidden in a locked album. Jay was Jason, her co-worker, the one she'd introduced me to at the office Christmas party. "Is just a friend," she'd said then, her hand on his arm a beat too long. Suspicion turned anger as I paced our apartment, fists clenched. How could she? We'd built this life, lazy Sundays in bed, dreams of kids someday. I'd forgiven her quirks, her need for space after her mom's death. But this? It wasn't just sex. It was lies layered on intimacy, a betrayal that shredded the fabric of who we were. I confronted her that evening, the note and phone screenshots laid out on the coffee table like exhibits in a trial. "Elena, what the hell is this?" My voice cracked, raw with pain. She collapsed onto the couch, tears streaming. "Mark, I didn't mean for it to happen." Her words tumbled out in sobs. How Jason listened when I was distant during my unemployment. How one drink led to another. "I love you, but I felt so alone." It was understandable, in a twisted way. I'd been wrapped in my own fog, neglecting the spark that kept us alive. But understanding didn't dull the knife. Anger boiled over. "Alone? We were in this together. You chose to cheat instead of talking to me." I shouted, pacing, my chest heaving. She reached for me, but I pulled away, the collapse of trust hitting like a physical blow. 8 years, gone in whispers and stolen moments. The revelations kept coming, each one a fresh wound. She admitted it started 6 months ago, during a business trip I'd encouraged her to take. "For your career," I'd said proudly. Now, those memories soured, her glowing post-trip stories, the new laundry I'd thought were for us. Suspense had built slowly, but now it exploded in a torrent of details I didn't want but needed. We argued through the night, voices rising and falling like a storm. Denial gave way to heartbreak's full weight. The way her smile had lit up rooms, now tainted, our shared jokes hollow echoes. By dawn, exhaustion settled in. Elena begged for forgiveness, promising therapy, a fresh start. But the trust was rubble. "I can't," I whispered, packing a bag. Walking out that door was the hardest thing. Her crumpled face in the rearview mirror, a ghost of the woman I'd vowed to love forever. Anger faded to a dull ache, leaving space for reflection. Betrayal doesn't just break hearts. It forces you to rebuild from scratch, questioning every "I love you" that came before. Months later, I sit in a quiet cafe, the note long discarded but etched in my mind. Elena's moved on, or so social media says. Me? I'm healing, one cautious step at a time. Trust might return someday, but the scar reminds me love is fragile, beautiful, and terrifyingly human. And sometimes a single note can unravel it all.